Okay.
Good morning, good evening to all of you, according to your time zone. Myself, Dr. Swati Chakraborty, and today we are going to have a privilege to present our one of our most intern, Dr. Firdous Malik. He is a research fellow from National Institute of Public Finance and Policy. Today's presentation is for the project called Young Dialogue. This is an internship project on social media and IoT, how to use social media as a space for dialogue. This is all about the Young Dialogue project. This project has been supported by KaiSeed, and I'm really glad that today Dr. Firdous is with us. Dr. Firdous Ahmed Malik graduated with PhD degree from Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University in Lucknow, India. He holds an MPhil degree in economics from Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University and master's degree in economics from University of Kashmir. His research area of interest is microfinance, financial inclusion, and financial literacy. He has published more than 20 papers in Springer, Elsevier, Taylor and Francis, and other Scopus indexed journals. He has published his latest book with Springer, Financial Inclusion Schemes in India. And also, he has been associated with so many international and national institutes with his own credits. Now, I'm not going to take more time with you, and today's topic presented by Dr. Firdous, empowering youth through effective time management, and how this is being implemented in the social media for the beneficiary of youth. So he will talk about more on this. So now the floor is to yours, Dr. Firdous.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. So today we are going to discuss. Am I audible? So we are going today to discuss one of the important topics which our youth is facing. It is not only the youth, but I think all the mankind on this earth, they are struggling with the problem of time management. So we are going to discuss that how we can empower youth particularly, but we can we can say in a general manner that it will be helpful for all the people on this earth, that how to manage time, because time is very much valuable, and nowadays we are talking about artificial intelligence, use of social media, so it kills our time. So let us discuss it, how we can manage in these crucial junctures of life when life is very busy. We are investing our time here and there, so let us try to focus where we are doing the bigger mistakes which kills our time. So what is the overall motivation of this discussion? We will try to understand what are the problems related time management, how to understand the value of the time and its importance, and how to overcome this very big problem. So if we try to understand this matrix, we will try to understand what is importance and what is the urgency of time, what activities we are following in a day-to-day routine life, and how it affects us very badly. If we try to understand the first column, the headings are, we will try to look what is urgent in that task, then we will go to, is it important, then we will try to understand, is it time taken, and the last column which explains, which gives the example of that of that very activity. So if we try to understand the first examples, checking people on social media, browsing social media, it may be Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, status, and other setups which are using. So we will try to look whether visiting any social media site by our youth, by any individual, but we are focusing here about the youth. Is it urgent? So the answer is no. Then if we, trying to look at the second setup, is it important? The answer is again no. Is it taking time? No, it is not taking too much time by wasting, social media. It is not too much time consuming. We are easily, browsing things. So this is the, first very activity which shows us that neither the activity is urgent, nor it is important, nor it is time taken. But it, so one way or other way, we are engaged in this. So this activity itself shows that neither it is important nor it is urgent, but we are still, focusing on this activity and getting engaged, getting obsessive with it. So if we try to check the second matrices, second, call row, watching movie, neither it is important nor it is urgent, but it kills time. It takes almost a half an hour, 1 hour, depends upon the duration of the, the movie. If we simply, look at the third activity, talking to the families, if you are, living outside the home, in hostel or at a workplace, away from the family, it is not urgent to talk to the family, but it is important. We have to talk at any time, and it never, takes too much time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But by having, default utilization of time, we are ending. We are most of the, people who are living outside the family, they find it very difficult to talk on daily basis with the family. Either it is very important. The column shows it is important to talk the family, but we are ending. We are not, able to talk daily basis with the family. If we try to understand reading and exercise, they are the setups which are very important for our body. They are not urgent. We can do them at any time in a day under the duration of 24 hours. But it is not urgent, very important, and it is also, time taken. We have to manage the time. So most of the people, most of the, youth ending up not doing it. Although it is urgent, although it is important and it takes time, but we are not able to, maintain this exercise and reading. So if we, go to the next column, row wise, doing household things like cooking or some setups at house which are very important, they may be urgent. For example, doing, some filling the gas, uh, problems related to infrastructure in the house. So it is very urgent. So we need urgent time, but it is not important. Neither it takes too much time, but we have to give time to this because it is urgent. If we, follow up the other thing, the office tasks are an assignment. If you are working at a workplace with government or private institution, they are giving daily assignments. They remain very urgent. We are having deadlines, but they are not important. But it takes too much time. We are, giving time there. And last column, which talks about crisis like health issues. I have given the example of health issues. It may be other crisis, financial crisis. They all are urgent, important, and time taken. We cannot deny it. We have to do it at a very, very time. We have to do it quickly as possible. So this table have given us, the sort of information, sort of insights that how we are utilizing the time. So following the next, slide, let us try to understand what time is all about. If we, precisely define, we can, try to understand time is, allocation, time is energy, and time is money. So we will have, broader perspective of the time with respect to these headings. So if we try to understand, this 2 by 2 matrices, wait one, what is the allocation of time? How time is distributed? So if you look at this, column, first column, importance, we'll check what setups are important and what setups are urgent. So there is bigger difference that urgent things and important things. So if I try to take the example of mine, things which are important, I am giving them 50% of weightage. I am utilizing 50% of my time which are important. But next to the importance, I am wasting or I am giving setups like which are not important. I am giving them 40% of the time. Similarly, if we try to add this first row, my time goes 50% which are important, but 20% which is not important. If I try to look it, vertically, I am giving 40% time which is not important and 11% only which is urgent. So if we try to, add this 50% and 25%, 70% of the time I am utilizing which is important. Only 14 and 11, so it means 24 and 26% time which is urgent. So by this, by this 2 and 2 matrices, we can understand that those setups which are urgent, which are important, we are giving them maximum time, and those which are very urgent, as per our common sense, the urgent thing should be, given more time, but we are giving, ending up less time to them. So yeah, time is energy. The next setup, time is energy. The previous study, in this previous slide, in this slide we have tried to understand that how we are allocating the time. As I have given the example of mine, we have distributed time, what is important and what is urgent. So we end up that we are giving very less time to the urgent tasks which are important also but urgent, but we are giving maximum time to which are important only. So now let us look to the second definition of the time. Time is energy. Within that, time is energy, we will try to understand it under 4 headings. Physical energy. Physical energy means that we are having energy in a body. By that physical energy, we are able to walk, we are able to talk, we are able to do exercises, running. The second one is emotional energy. In emotional energy, it talks about self control, tackling the problems, and having confidence. Then the follow up is mental energy. Mental energy talks about positive thoughts, negative thoughts, positive vibes, negative vibes, how our mind is dealing with this. And lastly, there is a spiritual energy, that integrity, honesty, excuses and all. If we try to make overlook of all these headings, physical energy is very very important. So we have to look at the physical energy, that how we can maintain our energy means physical structure of the body. So we are doing exercise and everybody knows that exercise is very important. So we have to think about that it is urgent as well as important. As I was in the previous slide, I was talking about importance and urgency of the topic. So this physical energy defines that it is very important. Then emotional energy, that for example, if there is some person who is making bad comments, or some bad accident is happening, or something shock is happening in our life, in any day of life, so we are ending up wasting all the time by utilizing our emotions on that. We are becoming sad and we are doing nothing for whole day. So we have to emotional energy teaches us that we should control. Similarly, mental energy, some people who are losing, having problems of job or family conflicts. So mental state, it should be very suitable. We have to think, very widely. We have to think about positivity of us. Sometimes we are struggling to get a job, but our mental energy should be in that which will, continue motivate us that, the good things will come, darkness will go, light will come. And similarly, spiritual energy, that how honest we are, and setups like excuses and all, they should be avoided. So overall, these four categories explains the energy with respect to time. Lastly, time is money. So if we try to understand how it is money and how value we are giving time, time is actually, if we try to understand it, time is more expensive than, physical money which we are having in hands. Let us take an example. For example, if we are having a monthly income of 50,000, so if we try to divide it, with our, so our hourly income is 285 rupees. So the concept of that 1 hour of our life cost is 285 rupees. So here, if we try to understand by visiting Facebook, so we are having cost of our 1 hour. We are losing to 85 rupees in terms of value. And there is opportunity cost also. While, visiting the Facebook, social media, or any other network, we are losing the value of to 85 rupees. And there is opportunity cost. We can do something worth. We can have a good chapter, for example, on artificial intelligence. We can learn coding, which will, help us in our future. So therefore, time is money. Again, we will take the example of, for example, Netflix. If we have done the subscription for a month, it costs us in India 499 rupees. Watching it per hour daily, it adds the cost of extra 9,000 per month. So if I will, tell you that, can you pay 9,000 per month for watching Netflix? So you will say bigger no. But we are doing this mistake. We are, taking the subscription of 499, and per month we are giving, 1 hour to watch serials and web series. It costs us 499 plus 9,000 per month. So therefore, the physical money we paid 499 actually is more than 499. It is 9,000 plus. So therefore, by this example, let us take one more example. The question is, what successful people are doing, how they are doing, things which are unimaginable, like Chat GPT. They are asking Chat GPT anything. He is doing, lot of research and giving us setup very easily and convenient to us. We are searching anything. For example, I have tried to, check some, you know, religious verses. What are the religious verses of Hinduism, Quran? Every setup is there. So the great people, they are using their time with respect. Time is energy, time is money, and the and allocation. They are making proper, allocation of the time. So before I end, I want to share, some quotes of the great people. Like, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs has, claimed it, given the quote about the time, that we are, sometimes using our time unnecessarily with the people, or the people who are not too much important. So it is our time, we should think about it rather than waste it on any other people. So Stephen, most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important. The second slide, which I was, showing, for example, talking with the family, having, routine life, that doing, adding some everyday, things like learning coding and all. But we are, trying to focus urgent things, and it wastes us time, and it doesn't add too much value to our, the time. So lastly, your future is created by what we do today, not for tomorrow. So therefore, we should be, very much focused about their time, and we should try to channelize time between these three, things, that time is allocation, have a proper allocation of the time. And as I have, shared this very slide, these all routine things are very important, but we have to think them properly. We have to give them, we have to distribute time on all these, domains, so that we can, utilize it very, positively. So with these words, I am thanking the web platform for dialogue for giving this opportunity to share my words on time management. And so if there is any question.
Thank you so much, first of all, and congratulations for completion of this particular presentation on time. And time, actually, you talked very important aspects of life, that from the childhood days, everybody in home, like our parents, they always talk about that don't waste your time, time is energy, everything. And you conducted, compiled all the data. It is mind-blowing presentation, first of all, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to learn something, how the youth and we, knowingly or unknowingly, actually wasting our time in social media. So thank you so much. And would you like to give some recommendation or futuristic overviews that how we can utilize the time in an appropriate way, how we can channelize the time, the resources, the energy?
Thank you very much for this, wonderful question. Actually, it depends upon the, you know, it will, how depend that what is the position of a person. It varies between individual to individual, that how one individual can utilize his her time. So depends upon his, whether we will talk about, for example, some person is on a job, his time is fixed that by 9 to 4 he have office assignments, he or she is, doing office work. But still, when he or she is getting free time after office hours or before office hours, how he or she is, utilizing their time. So that will decide that what is his position, in what things he is occupied. But we are here more focused about social media, how social media, there is ample information on social media, and in 1 minute of time we can, learn so many good things. For example, coding in an hour, if we have to learn some coding, we will google particular term on the Google, and we will learn it within short minute of a time, 1 minute. But if we not, focus on learning, adding more values, we can consume 1 hour to watch some bad setups on this, social media. So we have to train our mind on the basis of three things: where we are allocating our time, distributing our time. We have to value, we have to think what we have done, in a day, where we have utilized the time. We have to, try to write an overview that we are getting every day 24 hours, and every, great person is getting 24 hours, like person of the chat GPT. He has done a wonderful work, and people are using it, you know, under their fingertips. They are doing search, and it is showing his wonderful work, what he has done. But we, maximum people, we are, enjoying using time badly. We are not, giving proper allocation of the time. Yes, they are important. One should have, entertainment, one should have seriousness, one should add the value, just like I have given that, slide, how we are, distributing time between urgent, important, and how it kills the time. So if we almost give 50% of the time to add values between what is urgent and what is important, then definitely, we can, we can achieve more values of the time. We can develop the time is as energy. It can add our, it can give us consensus that time is energy which will make us help to be physically fit. It will help us to be mentally fit. It will help us to learn the new techniques which will overcome the upcoming challenges like skilling of an individual in the office hours. So traditional times have gone now, so we have to skill up. So time is limited, but we have to channelize our energies in that way. And there is lot of information available on the social media, and we have to interpret that. We have to use proper channels of knowledge, so that we can update ourselves and utilize the time in the best possible ways. So I think it depends upon child is having certain sort of time limitations what he can learn at a particular age. An individual who is adult, it depends upon his this uh, working hours where he is utilizing them. So for each and every individual, it depends that in what sort of work he is engaged. So accordingly, it applies differently to the different people that how they can. But the only thing is that a person should have to focus on these three things. Allocation is the number one thing to decide whether it is the task is important or urgent. Then how it will develop the energy in a person, and laterally that considering that utilization of time, it is all money, not that physical money. Time as a money, time will not come again. Today is gone, so we cannot turn it tomorrow. So we are having limited 24 hours. We have to try to make it fruitful. So once if we make this practice, make this exercise for 1 or 2 months, I know it is very difficult for a people, to channelize the time between these three domains. But once they will, do this practice, start it, try to intervene their, this intervene their routine life, they will definitely have positive results, and they will these positive results will force them, push them to do every miracle of their life. They will enjoy their life, they will have better results, and they will achieve everything once. And their positive mind setup will come anxiety, depression, and other things. They will be out of the universe
So I
if
think
they
you are very right, and you pointed out the spiritual energy that is very important. And I think spiritual connection is not a religious one, but spiritual connection is something which is giving us and motivated. And if we, in the morning time, if we wake up and start our prayers, so with that prayer, I think it is giving us that positivity of our mindset to control our emotions, first of all, because sometimes how we spending our time in social media out of emotions, and maybe we are distressed, maybe we are angry, but still we are searching the net surfing or something in social media. That is giving again the negative vibes or negative energy, which is actually creating the double impact of our existing stress. So, but we may not able to understand, and this is, you rightly pointed out, that if we practice this in the long run, definitely we can able to overcome these issues. So thank you so much, as we have the time limitations. So wonderful presentation on this time management, particularly not only for the youth, but I think this is important for all of us, uh,
yes.
starting from academicians, researchers, and the common layman, who are working for their bread and butter also. So I hope that this recording will be very, very valuable and impacted whoever will be watching this in later sessions. Thank you so much, Dr. Firdous, for this. presentation.
Thank you very much for this
All
opportunity.
the best for the future endeavor, and I hope that we will continue our journey. This is not the end, but a new starting. So, all the best for completion of your internships and everything with your busy schedule. Thank you so much. Here, I'm going to end my recording.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a wonderful day and good
Okay.
night.
Okay, good night.